Hi fellow dreamers, in this video we answer your dream questions. Now most of these questions are coming from either YouTube or Facebook, so let's go ahead and get started. Our first dreamer says that he had a dream about a girl that he met 12 years ago. He says that they became friends for like a year and then he moved away and he hasn't seen her since. But now he's having dreams about her and he's trying to find her on social media and he's like, what else am I supposed to be doing? So these dreams can often leave us feeling just questioning everything, right? Because if we haven't connected with this person in a long time and all of a sudden they're coming back in dreams that you're like, why are they coming back? What am I missing here? Do I miss them? What's going on with that? So it can be a couple of things, but let's start with the first thing. One of the things it can be one of those premonition dreams, right? It can be letting you know, hey, this person is going to come into your life again, and it can be really preparing you for that. But in order to know that, you have to really listen to your other dreams and kind of get your dream history down. For example, understanding your dream language is so important. Many of us have these kinds of dreams, and it's simply preparing us because they are going to come into our lives again. Now, it can also be one of those dreams where we need to bring those learnings from the past into the present. For example, what did this person remind you of? How was your relationship with this person? What did you learn from them? What did you learn from yourself while you were interacting with them? All of those things that you might have learned from them, we need to bring them to the present and apply them now. The reason we know this is because if you are operating waking state and there's somebody there or a relationship or a situation that is reminding you of how it was with this person, it's going to trigger something in your mind, right? And it's going to show up in dream state. So this, in a sense, is here to guide you with what is going on now. So the only way you're going to know that again is if you really listen to your dream language, and you can really pinpoint this if you look at the history of what your dreams have meant in the past. It's not going to mean the same thing for me as it is for you. But for example, if you feel that this person had a very special place in your heart and you learned something from them, or maybe you wish you would have said something and didn't, or you wish you would have shared something with them and you didn't, right? Oftentimes this will linger in ourselves and it comes up in dream state. So it's time to connect with that, accept it, and apply this to the present, all right? Now, another thing you can do, and you're already doing, is you're reaching out to them. You're looking for them on social, okay? You can relax with that because you've already put your intention out to the universe that you're interested in connecting with them. You're interested in learning more from that relationship and from that person. So it's okay. I think it's great that you've done that. You can continue to do it, but you don't really have to, right? Because your intention is out there. The universe will find a way to connect you with this person if that is what you're supposed to do. But if you're just supposed to learn from this interaction, go ahead and practice that right now too. What can you learn from that and bring to the present times, all right? And we can, of course, go into this a lot deeper, but I'll keep it here so that we have enough time for our other dreamers. But I appreciate you sending your dream, and I hope that helps guide you, at least to begin with. Thank you so much. Now let's go to our second dreamer. This person says, life has been miserable since the beginning of the year when I discovered my boyfriend hiding his phone from me. Okay, she says that now she's confused because she's really sure that he's cheating on her, and what should she do about it? Okay, so I'm not sure if this is actually a question or not, but okay, if you're having a dream that your partner is cheating on you or being unfaithful, etc., first of all, remember this, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are, okay? But it does mean that you are feeling insecure and you are perceiving that this may be something that is happening, all right? But we also have to remember that if we are operating out of a place of insecurity, out of a place of I am not enough, etc., then it's very likely that we are going to see it with eyes like that, right? We're going to perceive that they are cheating, that they are doing these things. So it doesn't always mean that they are cheating on us. That is why I'm always talking about being very honest with ourselves and being very honest with what the dream is showing us. If you could provide more information here, what exactly happened in the dream, because here you're just saying that you found out that he was hiding his phone from you. Okay, oftentimes, you know, some people do like their privacy, so I'm not saying that he was cheating or he's not. We really don't know, right? We really don't know, but what we do know is that there's some insecurity within yourself at this time, and that's okay, right? We all go through this, but it can be a really great opportunity to reconnect with the self and to provide a more stable environment for ourselves. Because remember, we can't control what other people do. We can't control what they do, but we can definitely control what we do, and we can control our reactions. We can really pivot into a more loving place. So if you will, include here more about your dream, okay? You included a bit of waking state, but include what's going on in dream state. How is that reflecting in dream state, and what is it that is going on within this dream? What are you feeling? All right, thank you for sending this in. And remember, it doesn't mean that he's cheating on you, but it does let us know that there is some work to be done on the relationship anyway. All right, so thanks for sending that in. Our next person says, I saw the second dream where I fell in love with a stranger. She said, I saw it yesterday and I feel so sad. I actually wish to fall in love with him in reality, but I know it doesn't work that way, but I miss him so much. And then she says, and is it possible for two people in two different places to see the same dream together at the same time, where they both have emotions for one another? Love that question. And yes, that's very possible. Let's start with your first one. You say that you fell in love with a stranger and now you're really sad and you're hoping that you, I guess, can fall in love with this person in real life. I totally feel that. Okay, there have been dreams like that before, so I connect with you on this. Now, whenever you're having this dream, let's get really into it. For example, when you're having this dream, does this feel a dream of the present? For example, does it feel like this is something that is going on in this current time, but maybe not with yourself, maybe in a different dimension, maybe in an alternate universe, etc.? What does it feel like time-wise? Okay, that's one thing. Then the other thing is, do you feel that this dream is one of the future? Because remember, we can have those dreams that are premonition dreams, because the dream world will show us past, present, future. It will also show us various dimensions, right? So if in that dream you feel that this is something that's going to come and you're kind of excited and ready for it, then allow it to happen, right? Just let go of everything else and allow yourself to be happy within the dream. Allow that energy to consume you so that way you can manifest that in waking state. You say that you feel sad when you wake up because you don't have that love with you in waking state. And I do get that. I understand. But remember this, remember the dream state is very healing. So even though that person doesn't exist in waking state, you were still able to experience this profound love, this profound connection in dream state. That in itself is healing. Instead of waking up and remembering the things you're lacking, remembering the things you don't have, let's kind of change that perception, and instead let's say, I'm so thankful for this dream. I'm so thankful that I was able to have so much love in dream state. This is letting me know that this profound love is totally possible in waking state. And now, instead of looking at the things I'm lacking, I'm going to be thankful for it, and I'm going to allow it to continue into waking state. I'm going to invite that same loving energy in waking state because I know it's possible. Why? Because I've experienced it in dream state. Okay, if we can start doing that, if we can start really bringing these dreams that are so loving from dream state into present, into waking state, that's where the power comes in, because that's when you have a sense of control of what you're really bringing to this world, what you're really offering. So let's do a little bit of practice with that, and let's practice bringing in that loving energy to your waking state. Now, your second question is it possible for two people in two different places to have the same dream and to have the same emotions in the dream? And yes, it's totally possible, okay? This sometimes happens naturally, and sometimes people have to work on it in order to be able to connect in dream state, but the possibility is totally there. And oftentimes when this does happen, it's between two people that are very well connected emotionally, spiritually. Oftentimes it's like a relative, or it's somebody that you really love or really connected with, simply because that's the easiest person to kind of connect with anyway in waking state. So it's very common for this to be able to happen in dream state. Now, if you have had this happen before and maybe you want it to happen again and haven't been able to get to that, there are various practices that we can do with that person. There's some meditative practices that we can do in waking state that can help increase the chances of this happening in dream state. But also remember that these kinds of things, these kinds of connections that you have in dream state are really powerful, right? Because not only is it allowing you to grow and allowing you to be creative, but if you can interact with someone else and have a lucid dream together, that is incredibly powerful for both of you at that subconscious level, but also in waking state. That can really increase and fortify your relationship with that person. So it is possible. It's difficult for some people to do. And I will say that for me personally, I've only been able to do it with loved ones. And it's interesting because sometimes people don't even know that they're in it, okay? Sometimes I've heard of people that have had a dream like this, and they didn't really know what had happened until like weeks later. They're like, oh my gosh, I remember this dream, and all of a sudden it comes to them, and they're like, at that moment I wasn't aware that I was dreaming it, but now that I recall it, like I remember that happened. So anyway, it happens in different ways for different people, and not everybody remembers their dreams, right? That's why I'm always talking about the importance of dream recall, because if we're able to remember our dreams, if we're able to remember what is going on in dream state, and we bring that loving energy to waking state, we are just being more connected, right? We are being more united with ourselves. So anyways, we can have a whole video on that, and I think we probably should. Now that I'm getting into it, I'm feeling so many other things that we can include in this conversation. But for now, I'll leave it at that because I don't want this video to be too long. But guys, thank you so much for sending in your dreams. Whenever you do that, you are really helping us connect profoundly. You're helping us learn from one another because everybody has their own dream language. I'm only here to help guide you with it, okay? So remember, if you need more profound guidance, then feel free to connect with me on my website. I do offer one-on-one consultations, so please do that. I'm totally open to doing that. And I also want to let you know that I'm going to be going to a little school soon here in North Carolina to share our new book of Lupita and her magical dreams. So it's going to be fun, it's going to be amazing, and we're going to have like dream talk with the kids, which is going to be magical. So okay, I send you a huge hug, guys. I send you love, unity, and peace, and we will be in contact. Bye, everybody.